Hi ladies, Elsa here with just a few designs, and we're moving right along with the Halloween mini series. We're down to the cover, to the front page. In the kit, you got a strip of paper that is about 8.5 inches, or 8 inches. No, it's 8.5 inches by 5, and you got 3 pieces of paper that are 5 by 4. Okay, you're going to score these little pieces of paper at the half an inch on the top, on all 3 of them. Okay, just like that. And oh, that one kind of tore on me. I'll make it work. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to take the long sheet. Now let's put the pretty side facing you, because it's going to be glued down like this. So you don't want to glue all that prettiness down. So put it like this, and put your first card right here. Let's add some glue to it. Right there. And measure about 1/2 inch up from the bottom. And just eyeball it. You don't have to measure it. Just about 1/2 inch right there. See? Let me turn it to you. Right there. Now fold this part in that was scored, and you have your glue on it, and tape it down. So that's your first part, and it'll look like that when you open it. Okay, now your second one, go ahead and do the same thing to it. Put you some tape on it. And now this one is going to butt up right to this line right here. This sharp edge right here to that where you glued that one at. Just right there. That's kind of hard for me to do. Okay, so what's the easiest for me to do is I sit it, I place it right there at the edge, and then I just fold it in like that. Before you press it down, look on the inside and make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. It's not on top of the other one or anything. And then go ahead and tape it. Put it down. So see how it's cascading? A waterfall, a cascade, I'm not sure. I've heard it called a lot of things. Okay, now this is your third page. Do the same thing. Let's put some glue right here. Some tape, whatever it is that you're using. And do the same thing. It gets easier once you've done the first 2. Like that. So now, your third part, which is this one, you're going to fold it down, and it should come down about 1/2 inch also. So there you have it. So now you open it, and you have a picture here, a picture here. And the colors vary. I know. I ran out of papers. Here, and you picture here, and then your last picture. So that's your cascade. That goes on the inside of one of your pages. Now let's go ahead and get to the front cover. You have these pieces on that page, and you have this little baggie with a ghost and some other pieces, and there's a little yellow brad that you're going to need. Okay, let me see if I can get this out of here. you have a boot that needs to be put together. So let's go ahead and do that. I did part of it already. I did that part for you. So now let's just glue everything else. Put a little glue on the boot like that, and paper piece it to this part right here. And you're going to have to play with it a little bit to make it fit just right. And it has a little shadow at the end like that. Okay, so there it is. So now you have that. You have a witch, silhouette of a witch. You have two ghosts, and you have this little thing right here. This goes on the front door of your haunted house, like that. So let's go ahead and glue it down. And your house should be cleaned up, but if it isn't, go ahead and make sure that all the little tabs are gone from the windows. And if there's any little window sills that have come, you know, undone or a little torn, that's okay, because the house is going to be glued down, so it'll all come together. Okay. That brad I don't want to lose. So let's put a little, make sure that you have the right side of this, and let's put glue on a little threshold right here, and glue it down to your house, to the front door of your house. Ah, having problems. Mine didn't glue all that straight. Okay. It's a little long, so I'm just cutting off edges, and it should look like that. Now, you have a little house. Yours is complete. I trimmed mine off right here, but if you want to use them for two separate projects, you can, if you don't want to put it behind it. But when you, and I cut these, can't tell you how many yellow pieces of paper I wasted doing that, trying to get it to fit. And no matter how I tried, and I was using the correct measurements and everything, I just couldn't get that yellow piece to be in the same exact size as the black haunted house. So it kept sticking out too far, the yellow. So I just cut it straight down right here, so it'll fit like this. So go ahead and glue this to this. Put your glue on the house instead of the yellow piece, because of the windows. You don't want to put glue all over that yellow, because then it'll seep out through the windows. And there's a few pieces that I see that I haven't cleaned out yet. Like, there's a little piece of window. And if you don't get all your little windows cleaned out, you won't see all that nice yellow coming through. You won't see the moonlight coming through, or the light bulbs or whatever is on. Okay, so let's glue. Go ahead and glue this down. Let's see, I have it. Let's see why that there. I have another one right here. Somebody keeps texting me. Okay. This is easier said than done. Okay. Blood pressure. Nice little edges. And even though I did that, my yellow is still sticking out a little bit further than I want to over here. So I'm just gonna trim that. I don't want a shadow on this. So I'm gonna cut some of that yellow off. So I'm just trimming the edge of the yellow because I don't want it coming out from behind the black. I mainly wanted it for the yellow windows like that. Okay, I may need to add a little bit more glue in parts, like that. the windows were not very clean. Okay. All right, so you get me. So here's your haunted house. Okay, we can put her to the side and the boot to the side because it's done, and the witch is done. We're not doing nothing to the witch. And you have two little ghosts. Clean their eyes and the mouth out. Okay. And then you have these two weird looking things right here. This is your tag. This is a tag. Okay. And this moon right here goes right over this one. Just like that. Now, this is where your little brad goes. You're going to put your brad in there. And I didn't bring a hole punch, so I'm just going to use the tip of my scissors to try and do a little hole. There. Now, your brad goes right there, and that's what's going to hold these two pieces together. And I wanted a yellow because I didn't want it very noticeable on there. So that your moon swings from your tag. You can put a picture right here and pictures on the back. Okay, so that's your tag, and that's done. So now let's do your page. And once again, you need a black sheet of paper that you are going to fold in half. This is 12 by 12 in half. And then you're going to fold it in half again. Like this. Just like that. Now, this is going to work the same way like the back page. But on this one, you're going to open it up like this. And you're going to cut down just about an inch. And this time, you're going to fold it towards you. Like this. You can cut this off right here just a little bit so it looks fine like that. So now this is what you have. Okay, your paper is folded and you have a little pouch right there. Okay, your other piece of chipboard, where did it go? Right here. This is the other piece that you had left over. That's going to go on the inside of this right here. And once again, you're going to have to do a little cosmetic cutting to make it fit. So let's cut just a little bit out. I don't know why all of a sudden. Bit. Okay, so I'm going to cut just a little bit that way. Just a little bit that way. And make sure that this fits on the inside of here. Like that. And let's glue that baby down. I am running out of glue. So this goes right in here. Maybe like this. Like this. And then put some glue right here. And I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that this is such a great idea that I came up with. I like not having to cut separate sheets of paper to cover my chipboard. Okay, so there you go. So now this is folded in like this. You know what? You can fold this one on the inside. Just glue it down a little bit and glue it to the inside. That flap, that 1-inch flap, just, yeah, like that. So now you have this little pouch that you made, and let's glue down the side right here. Just like that. And we are going to close this completely off. So with some good tape, just make sure that it's the right side, and since I glued it, it's doing funny things, so make sure that you, see, I don't know what it's doing. There. So let's glue this inside here. Put some tape. And I missed some edges, so I'm just going to add a little glue right there. Right there. Let's pull this up. Okay, come on. Here we go. There's times when I put this tape down and I press it down, and still when I go to try to lift it, it tries to come up the whole time, and there's times when I don't even push on it, and I wish that it hadn't glued, and man, it's glued down for dear life. And this is giving me trouble now. There. Okay. So this is your front cover. Right here. My chipboard is covered, and you got a pocket there. And you gotta let it glue. I mean dry. Okay. So on the front of this right here, we're going to do some more tearings of this gray paper. Alright. Okay, now this tag right here, or opening right here, is for this tag, which we're going to have to cut it down a little bit. Your house is going to adhere to the front like this, and that is the moon behind it, but it is entirely too high. So I'm going to take my cutter, and let's see, where do I want it to be? I want it to be about right there, so that when I put the house on there, the moon is behind it like that. So I'm going to fold it right there. That's about how much I need to cut off this tag. Now, if you don't have to do this, it's up to you, but I'm cutting off about 1.5 inches, about 1.25 inches off of my tag. Okay, like that. So now my tag, when it fits in here, it's going to go like that, but this is going to flap over and come down on top of this mat right here. So when you glue your house down like this on there, don't glue it to the moon, because you need to be able to pull this tag out from behind it. Okay, it needs to fall into it like this. Okay. Okay, so now, so that you have something in the background and it doesn't look so you can really see the house, we're gonna have to cut about 1 inch off of here. And all I did was try eyeball how wide this is, and that's how I cut this, and that's where this is going to go, right there, okay? So let's glue that down. So this goes right there, just like that. Your tag's going to go in like this. And if you want the moon to come down, you can cut that inside shorter. And then we are going to, my house is still not wanting to glue. So I'm having to put more glue on here. My house is being haunted. It doesn't want to cooperate with me. Now I'm going to put my house on dimensional, so that it sticks out a little bit. So I'm going to put a dimensional on either side here. And I use matting tape for my dimensionals instead of the pop dots. Okay, so I'm going to put right there and over here. But where the, you don't want to tape too much where the moon is. So right there. Let me see how far up I can glue this. Well, I can glue all the way up to about where these windows are right here. Right there. Okay, so let's pull these off. And there you go. And you put your house. Now, remember you're going to bind it on this side over here. So kind of move your house over to the right. Just a little bit. Right there. Like that. This is your front cover. Now, the witch, what is the witch? The witch we're going to glue on the moon right there. She can either go on that side or she can go on this side. I need to pull it up a little bit more. And now, for me, I don't like that pointy thing right there, but I left it for you all. So if you all want to keep it, you can. I'm taking that off my house. I don't like it. It's just aggravates. It just aggravates me. Plus, it's in the way of my witch. So, but you can leave it there. I'm going to glue my witch down now. Right there. Silhouette of the witch. Fine. Now, you have little ghosts. I'm going to put a ghost that's popping up from behind here. Or you can put him anywhere, really. You can put it coming out from that window right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or, let's see. I'm going to get him coming out of the doorway. Like that. Okay. So now I'm going to put him on a little dimension also, just so he pops up. taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would. Okay, right there. And that's your tag, and your tag pulls out, and you can put a picture there. But then when it goes back in, you just need to make sure it goes behind the house. And if the house is up on dimensionals, it fits just perfect. And there you go. That is the front of that. Now, for the back of your page, now it's going to be bounded here, and it's going to turn. Right here is where we're going to put this down, right there. So let's use some good strong tape to do this with. Put some across the bottom, across the top. And I'm just running score tape on this. And I'm going to put some glue on the center. Okay, and I'm just going to take this off. See, it doesn't want to stay. There we go. And you have another ghost that if you want you can put on here. It's all up to you wherever you want to use him. Center him so that you have a nice black. Well, make sure that you move over a little bit because your binding's going to go right there. Just like that. Now I'm going to put my boot on the front here, and I'm probably going to stamp something there. I don't know which one looks better, this or that. I think that looks better. I'm going to glue this on here. I'm going to use the stamp, and I'm going to put that boot up on a little dimensional. Right there, right there. You can see it on this side, so I'm just going to trim it. And like that. And I'll probably stamp a little something that says something there. And I am going to put this ghost over here on that Brad, just because I hate Brads that show. And then he'll show up on the front like that also. So, and that is it, ladies. That is the front cover of your book. So we have completed a whole mini, and this is how it's going to go. I'll come back and put the holes, and we'll see the whole thing done. All right. Thank you, ladies, so much. And we have all sorts of stuff that's left over that I didn't even use, but that you can go ahead and try and put them to good use on this mini or on another project. Thank you, ladies, and I'll see you when I finish it, complete it, and I'll come back and show you how I did the holes, I guess, combined it. Okay? Thank you. Bye.